Hi everyone. I moved my primary site from EZOIC to Mediavine about a couple of weeks back. So I just wanted to share the process that I had gone through and also with respect to the numbers, how they are looking in comparison to EZOIC. So let me get started. So this is a total process that I had gone through to move my site from EZOIC to Mediavine. So altogether it took about nearly 4 to 5 weeks of time, nearly 4.5 weeks. I think in the best case also you should budget about 4 weeks of time. So it's a longer compared to EZOIC. EZOIC normally takes about 2 to 3 days. In a week's time you normally get all the approvals and all that, but this is longer process. So the moment you apply, to start with in the week 1, the moment you apply, you fill the form on the Mediavine with URL and all those details, then you will get an email asking you to submit a Google Analytics report in certain format that they will guide you. So that happens within 24 hours or so. Once you submit it, then there was a pause for about 3 weeks. After that email was received, there was no action, there was no much communication. Then at the end of 3rd week, I received an email saying that the site was preliminarily approved. So that was the first step. Then once that is done, then they asked me to install some plugin and then basically to give them the access in the ad manager and all that. That process took about 2 to 3 days of time in the 4th week. So once that is done, then there was some contractual documentation process was there. They guided me everything, all what I need to do very well. However, it took some time. It took about a day or two. That's about it. Once that is done, then actual ad placement and all that process has started. That's about it, the entire process. So the primary time that took was for the first step, the preliminary approval after you submit your Google Analytics data. So overall, this is the process. These are the steps that I had gone through before actually moving the site to Mediavine. The next one is what I felt good about the entire process. Though process looks about 4 to 5 weeks of time, I never had any challenges or any issues. There was no hiccups, there was no confusion. No frustration. So everything was going very smoothly. They were upfront telling me that next step will take so much of time. This is what you need to do and all that. Very well guided process. All the emails were having a very detailed information and all the reference links and all those things. And whenever I had a query, whenever I shoot out an email, I used to get very prompt response from them and very detailed response. And however number of questions I asked them, they were very patiently responding on time. And then third one is the excellent support. So one is with respect to entire this onboarding process, they have been handholding me very well. On top of it, for the ad placements also, there was nothing from my side to be done. So everything was taken care by Mediavine team. And then once that was done, after a week, they sent a follow-up mail asking me to check if everything is fine, or if I see anything not looking good, then so basically they have been following up. It is not me going behind them. Instead, they were actually in constant touch with me and doing the follow-up. So those are the positive things. And I don't say these are not really negatives, but the scope to improve, as you just saw. The entire process took about 4 to 5 weeks of time, which is very long compared to the time it took for EZOIC. Of course, they may have their own reasons, but after having experience with EZOIC, I felt it is very long duration. The number 2, in the first phase, till I got that preliminary approval, there was no communication, there was no any kind of insights what was going on there. So I was not even into the able to get sign up onto Mediavine. It was all an email through which I sent the details. That's about it. Till I got the preliminary approval, there was no any details about what was going on. That's the second thing what I felt probably they can improve a little bit. So these are the 2 areas of improvement that I felt. And then the question is, how are numbers looking after moving to Mediavine. So let me take you through those details. So this is EZOIC. I took it last 3 months average for EZOIC, and in comparison to how the last 2 weeks data is from Mediavine. So though it may not be fair because Mediavine is still new and yet to settle, and we don't know how it is going to be after 2-3 months of time. So I'm not concluding anything from this data. This is only just I'm sharing the current factuals with you. Probably we'll see how, if we give maybe 2 to 3 months after, we'll get to know exactly how the trends are going to look like. So if you look at the current data, for last 3 months, the EPMP, average EPMP from EZOIC was about $17.91, nearly $18. About coming to Mediavine, it is just 16 days on Mediavine, and you can see here $21.38. It's actually, I got onboarded on September 8th, and about 16 days of data, $21.38. So how much percentage of growth is there? So if we get into those details, you can see here EPM is EZOIC 1791 and Mediavine 2138. So increase in this EPM to RPM straight away is about nearly 20%. This would be the increase in terms of revenue also, because this is the additional money that site is going to gain. On top of it, in EZOIC I used to pay monthly premium about $220, if you remember my monthly income report. So that money goes as basically an investment to get the primary attention, whatever may be some of the additional privileges that EZOIC offers. But in Mediavine there is nothing like, there is no premium cost and all that. So that cost will go down. But for this month probably I may still have to pay, because that is the upfront cost I need to pay in advance. And probably that premium cost will be distributed to the other sites that I have on EZOIC. But for this particular site, going forward, there won't be any premium cost. So that means I'm going to save about 10% of the cost that I used to pay for premium. So if I add up the 10% cost saving plus 20% of the increase in the revenue, overall from the profit point of view, it will be about nearly 30%. Revenue may be only 20%, but overall profit may be 30%. But these are like very early numbers, and we don't know how trend is going to be once we give enough of time. But even if if overall profit is about 20 to 25% also, I would be very happy. So that's how numbers are looking at. And one more thing is, you probably, most of you know, to apply for Mediavine, you need to have minimum 50,000 sessions per month. That's mandatory now. Earlier it used to be 25K long back, but I think they may change those things long ago. So now it is a 50K sessions. My site, as you know, in the monthly analytics and the traffic details, I used to share with all of you that it is already hitting monthly about 70 to 80K monthly sessions. So that is the one of the eligibility criteria to apply for Mediavine. So these are the details I just wanted to share with all of you. If you have any specific questions on any of the details I shared, please do ask in the comment section. So thanks for your time. Bye.